Hello, welcome to McBoss Capital channel. My name is Michael. Today is January 28th, Tuesday, 2025. Just want to talk briefly about this sell-off that happened yesterday, Monday, and what are the affected areas. Mainly AI chips and power, and any even heavy construction areas, anything that build AI data centers, and then all the heating, cooling, and the equipment supply to these data centers are all getting hit yesterday, and we'll take a quick look at my growth list to see the damage. And then we'll quickly take a look today after Tuesday's market to see like if there's any recovery. So the main problem here is that DeepSeek, which is a Chinese AI model that was being built, that they built an AI model that apparently at a much lower cost and was able to be more performance-wise more comparable to say ChatGPT from OpenAI or other type of AI model. So what is the problem? The problem is obviously that if they can build it cheaper, that means that the hardware guys they're gonna spend so much money building this stuff, data centers and all that, and now all of a sudden AI become a commodity because of how cheap it can be produced. And so now that's what sparked the sell-off yesterday. And this news has been out since December 25th. Why the market choose to react right now is maybe just a sell before the earnings season as well. Like so, there's just lots of fear as well as just maybe time to take some profit. So it's probably due to many reasons. But yeah, but there's definitely a lot of concern about the future of AI and that it's going to become commoditized. And so that also spells something good because the software stocks are starting to heat up, and that could be a good thing because now they can consume those APIs or those AI, the so-called programming interface to those AI cheaper because they're built by the tokens. So anyhow, so yeah, we are seeing some software stocks moving. Despite the sell-off yesterday, they actually rebound very early in the morning, and actually some of them already making new highs. So those are things to watch out for. So I just filter my growth list right now by technology because that's one area that got hit pretty hard. You can see ARM down 10% yesterday. NVMI is down 11%. So then we have RMBS 7%, onto 14%, and you have MU 11%, TSM. I mean, these are huge numbers, right? For a big cap like TSM, 13%, UCT 9%, Dell 8%, Avago 17%, Nvidia 16%. That's probably the most shocking one. I think they lost, I don't know, different numbers, but roughly $600 billion on Monday. SMTC 11%, MTSI 15%, SITM 24%, Credo, which is very surprising, dropped 30%, ALAB 28%. So CEG here in the energy 20% down. SYM machinery down 11%. So we look at industrials and energy area. Even the oil and gas got hit yesterday. AR got hit, LB got hit here 17%, 9%. We have EQT, another oil and gas, also got hit 9% there. We have TPL, Royal Trust. We have HWM, KGS. KGS is oil and gas 11%. AROC 9%. Yeah. Then we have Flex in electrical contract manufacturing 12%. MTZ, so this is heavy construction 18%. Bloom Energy, energy alternative other 24%. APA 12%. Electronic parts CLS. So this one, like I had this, so this is pretty painful. 28%, and fixed 25% in the heating products. ETN 15%, diversified operations. Power 18%, heavy construction. CCJ mining 15%. VRT, electrical power equipment 29%. Cohere electronic parts 18%. Mod 26%, building heating products. And VST 28%. So the two areas that got hit hard the most in terms of groups is the sector and the energy power sector. Um, And I'm really surprised how hard the power group got hit. I mean, you can see earlier, like most of them are down 20 to almost 30% in one day. So this is CEG. So it's broke out. It hit this 22%. This kind of profit zone. As you can see, the green marks where I got in. The pink mark is where I take some profit, and then the red mark is where I got out. So obviously Monday, I go out early in the morning, so I didn't want to hold to see what happened. I just want to get out because that news is just, very confusing, right? Like people just don't know what's happening, and it's probably going to linger around for longer than you think, until it's more clear that hey, maybe it's not as bad, right? And maybe over time, maybe it's not as bad. But right now, the sentiment is not good, right? So anyhow, today we did see a nice rebound on Tuesday. You can see we went down. If we go intraday, so it went down further, but it rebounded nicely to close near the top of the day. So far this bounce, again, you have to understand with every strong drop, there's always going to be a technical bounce, meaning it may not be sustainable. And so the way I deal with that is that I'm already out of this, so it doesn't matter. But if I were to look at buying this stock again, I treat it as like any other stock. I want to see if it has momentum to break this downtrend, especially the short-term moving average, like 10-day. And sometimes it will sneak up on you and bounce above that line, and then but it actually closed below that line, or it just stuck, near that line. It just doesn't have the power to go above it. And I think it's because this drop is so severe, it's going to take some time to flush out all the sellers, right? Because there's probably sellers waiting for it to come back right now before they want to sell everything. So there might be another selling coming, right? So anyhow, long story short is they all look, a lot of these stocks right now are just has dropped vertically so much, but doesn't mean is the bottom, right? We need to see a nice round bottom, or if it's a V-shaped pattern, it has to have momentum. So those are a few things to look at. But like I said, today's action is pretty healthy. Because it did find support near the red line. So this is something to watch out for. Yeah, VST. This one again, I got hit on this. So just to run you through my buy points here. So I got in pretty early on the downtrend line when it break above it. Then I added more here on the pullback once it rebound, and then I added more here. And you see I locked in some profit right there. And then here was the hammer, right? So again, this one was pretty severe. This is probably the worst one for me. So anyhow, right now, you can see the slope lines look like this. So generally, I don't like buying, breaking above this line, the slope line, when it's at like more than 45 degree down. So right now, this is like 70 degree, right, going down. So I like to see at least 45 degree, like minimum. That way, if it breaks above that, there's a higher chance of success, because this could break above this for one day and then come back down. So it doesn't really mean much, right? So you gotta be careful with these things. And if this is truly the bubble here, then that could be the problem. So anyhow, nonetheless, everyone loves this stock, so we'll have to watch closely, see what they do day by day. So next one is VRT, Vertiv, power equipment. So the play-by-play here is that I got in near the trend line breakout right here, then I got in more after this pullback right here, and then I sold right here, and I actually got out the day before the sell-off. So in this case, why did I sell it before this? So first we have a reversal right here, so I took some profit, and then this day, on Friday, it actually closed down on higher volume than the previous day. So that's one of my rule of thumb. It's like I gotta sell something when there's always a day that's higher volume, and it's closing at the bottom. Now it could, obviously I don't know what's gonna happen on Monday, right? So it could have just bounced right here, on Monday, but instead it went the other way. So um, too bad it didn't happen to my other stocks like CEG or VST, but that's just the way it is. Sometimes you get lucky on one and not lucky on the other ones, right? So anyhow, this one was a severe job, and right now, the problem with these stocks right now is there's just too vertically down, and it's going to take some time to flush out all the sellers, because there's lots of sellers who's holding right now, hoping it'll come back, and or hoping that they'll come back, even like halfway mark, and then they'll sell somewhere. So I don't know what's going to happen. Let's see. So anyhow, as I mentioned, there is more software stocks running right now. So like yeah, please watch the video on the weekend. I always do a market recap and go through my growth stock list. But all I can say right now is that there is software is moving. I just give you a quick example, like app something that has run like crazy, has built a base right now, and this is a pretty nice base. And this was the shakeout on Monday, a pullback, and that gives me an opportunity to get in today on Tuesday. And then here's Palantir. So here's Palantir, same thing, building a nice. This one is a shorter base, but nonetheless it's still a base. So I missed this bounce right here. So I don't like chasing stocks, but anyhow, again Monday it pulled back and it closed near the top, and then it gave me a chance today on Tuesday as it bounced off. So I'm not sure if App Palantir will work, but right now the software group momentum is really good. And if I just go to IGV, which is the software ETF, you can see pretty much similar pattern. It is bouncing back and forming the right side of this space. Because this group has been very quiet, the weeks before. So now it's starting to form the right side of the base, and stocks, like I said, are moving. A lot of them are moving out even to new highs. So thank you for watching this video. Good luck for the rest of the week, and hope to see you this weekend on my videos. Thank you. Please like and subscribe.